It is Sunday, October the 5th of 2014, if I'm not mistaken. And I was putting down another chalk slogan here on the sidewalk in front of the Unitarian Church of Montreal. I didn't have my camera running, and the service was on and so on, so I didn't expect anyone to immediately come out. As I was doing this and not having my camera running, well, John Inder walked out of the church again and said hi again, and totally obliterated the slogan. And I'm not even going to say what it said, because I want to underline the fact that this censorship and suppression of my protest slogans is the absolute antithesis of the fourth principle of Unitarian Universalism, which calls for a free and responsible search for truth and meaning. It is impossible for anyone to engage in a free and responsible search for the truth and meaning of what I wrote on the sidewalk here if there's no record of it. If John Inder comes out and erases it. This is the epitome of Unitarian Universalist cover-up and denial of clergy misconduct, of clergy sexual misconduct, and so on. I'm giving a clue to what the slogan actually said. I mean, it could be anything. It could be talking about other matters. But no, this slogan, which John Inder obliterated before I'd even finished writing it, was about the subject of Unitarian Universalist cover-up and denial of clergy sexual misconduct. And nobody can even guess what it said because it's obliterated. You can just catch a little bit of the U. So John Inder proving once again what a bunch of outrageous hypocrites. Yes. This is documentary video. I'm just documenting how John Inder lives in harmony with me. So yeah, we have here the sign, the banner, live in harmony. So John Inder's idea of living in harmony is to do his very best to cover up and deny clergy sexual misconduct and other Unitarian Universalist injustices and abuses. Here comes John Pike, the guy in the dark glasses. John Pike is certainly responsible for a lot of cover-up and denial of...
Disgusting guy you are.
Actually, the rapists and the pedophiles are the disgusting ones. The disgusting ones are the ones that cover it up.
Shut up.
You should listen.
Call the police.
Call them. I'm allowed to protest.
Disgusting.
I'm disgusting because I'm protesting against clergy abuse. I think you're the one who's got a bit of a problem. So this woman's calling me disgusting because I protest against the fact that Unitarian Universalists not only have a bit of a clergy sexual misconduct problem, but go to extreme lengths to cover it up. And in fact, they're arguably more successful at covering up and denying clergy sexual misconduct, to say nothing of other forms of clergy sexual misconduct, than other denominations. You know, the Unitarian Universalists have for years managed to keep this sort of squeaky clean image. So this woman's calling me disgusting for telling the truth about what Dykeman Elliott barristers and solicitors call such despicable crimes as pedophilia and rape, which John Inder likes to cover up and hide. So anyhow, that's this is, you know, Unitarian cover-up and denial, psychological denial at its very best. I'm disgusting because I write on the sidewalk slogans saying things like Unitarian Universalists cover up and deny clergy abuse, or American Unitarians misuse Canadian blasphemy law to cover up and deny clergy abuse of children, or pedophilia and rape, and so on. Yeah, gee, I'm sorry, you know, how do you protest against this, dare I say it, disgusting behavior on the part of Unitarian Universalists without using the disgusting words that describe their disgusting behavior? I mean, they're the ones that, you know, even in the cease and desist demand letter, that I received falsely accusing me of the crime of blasphemous libel, Stikeman Elliott Barristers and Solicitors litigation lawyer Maitre Marc-Andre Coulombe referred to the crimes that I had blogged about as such despicable crimes as pedophilia and rape. Well, yes, surely it is the crimes that are despicable and disgusting, and the attempt to cover them up. How is trying to let people know that A, Unitarian Universalist clergy have in fact engaged in such despicable crimes as pedophilia and rape, and B, Unitarian Universalists try to cover up and deny such despicable crimes as pedophilia and rape disgusting. You know, it's unfortunately it's a rather disgusting issue that needs to be dealt with, but it is quite frankly incredible that the UUA would have the unmitigated gall to try and misuse Canadian blasphemy law in an effort to cover up and hide such despicable crimes as pedophilia and rape committed by Unitarian Universalist clergy, to say nothing of Unitarian Universalist religious educators and Unitarian Universalists, more generally. So yeah, I'm disgusting because I'm protesting against Unitarian perversion of justice. I'm protesting against Unitarian hypocrisy and hubris. I'm protesting against Unitarian prejudice and bigotry, and so on. Yeah, that's I'm disgusting. So again, come back to this live in harmony banner. You know, we can see how Unitarians are trying so hard to live in harmony with me. This protest is actually generally very peaceful. I generally only display picket signs, walk back and forth, write the occasional chalk slogan and so on. Yeah, there's some hard words on the picket signs, but unfortunately I'm protesting against those things. I'm protesting against bigotry. I'm protesting against hypocrisy and hubris. I'm protesting against clergy misconduct of all kinds. My emphasis has never even been on the clergy sexual misconduct. That, generally speaking, gets all the attention. I've been trying to draw attention to non-sexual clergy misconduct and to ensure that non-sexual misconduct is treated properly too. Because Unitarian Universalists, even to this very day, based on what I saw on the internet today, basically the way they avoid dealing with non-sexual forms of clergy misconduct is they put the emphasis on clergy sexual misconduct. In other words, if this misconduct of the minister is not of a sexual nature, well, too bad, it's not misconduct. That's their attitude, and that is reflected in some documents that I saw today in the board packet for the upcoming October UUA board meeting, the October 2014 UUA board meeting. The packet has material in it about changes to clergy sexual misconduct procedures, but the whole point is it speaks of misconduct only in terms of clergy sexual misconduct. It's as though other forms of misconduct just don't exist. The way things are worded in the documents speaks only of clergy sexual misconduct. There's no reference at all to non-sexual clergy misconduct. So the upshot is that, well, if the minister does something of a sexual nature, well, in that case, maybe something might possibly be done about it, although it's often swept under the rug just like everything else. But if you read what's not written in these documents, if it's of a non-sexual nature, well, forget it. We're not, our only concern is sexual misconduct, nothing else. I shouldn't have to list all the various forms of non-sexual misconduct that are very problematic, and in some cases, as I've mentioned many times before, some non-sexual clergy misconduct is actually worse than some of the less serious forms of clergy sexual misconduct. The Unitarians are not doing a good job of dealing with these issues. And from what I can see, they're actually, even now, even after making all kinds of pledges to address the issue, they're doing their best to keep it hidden, to minimize it, to pretend it's not nearly as bad as it really is. And I'm not saying it's a huge, huge epidemic, but the way the Unitarian Universalists are trying to present things is that it's really a very minimal problem in the church, which is absolutely not the case. On that note, we're going to wrap up this clip.